Hello, hello everybody, it's me V, what's up? We are back with more Thracia, and God help me on this chapter, because I used a lot of my mounted units last chapter and they were forcibly dismounted and I didn't realize I was gonna have to run. So you know. That'll be fun, but we do get Amalda. So that's the trade-off. We get Amalda. So God help me, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Also, it does not escape my notice that the stream after I added Homer to the layout, they decided that they were gonna do a Thracia banner and Fire Emblem Heroes with Homer on it, so we'll just keep that in mind. Alright, let's see here. So here's what we got going on. Here was my thought process for this map, right? Okay, we got most of my, like, halfway decent units down here. And we got... We're gonna have to mount a couple of them. Like Misha, Dean, Kane, all of them are gonna have to get on their horses. I'm thinking the flyers just, like, head straight over and get the villages, while everybody else just, like, picks up a kid and runs. And for that purpose, I've brought a couple of units that I haven't really been using, but have horse. So, like, we got Glade here. And now that I remembered that authority stars are a thing, and how they work, you know, he also has the authority star, so hopefully he doesn't eat shit. And then... So that's mostly what's going on down here, is we're gonna have our horses just pick up a person and, like, fucking book it, if they can. And we're gonna pray that nothing kind of shows up to attack them from the sides here. Hold on. Now that I think about it, I could probably check. Okay, you get mountain thieves that don't attack you for, like, the first 10 turns. That's fine, I can deal with that. And then what we have going on up here is a bunch of nobodies. So, you know, we got Shiva, Leaf, obviously. We brought Xavier mostly because he has the authority star, and I'll take what I can get here, because I'm not sure how well this is gonna go for me. Hello, Juniper. Well, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having fun with whatever you're busy with. Anyways, we got Xavier for the, authority star. We have Homer over here, just in case we need somebody who's, like, good. Also, I'm sorry, you know what, I tried using my powers to get Misha into Fire Emblem Heroes, but they just released the next Thracia banner, and it's Homer. So, it kind of worked, but not really. It was, Matcha, Homer, a Leaf alt, and Linoan, who I actually thought Linoan was already in the game. I was kind of surprised to find out that she wasn't. I think I just vaguely remembered, like, they put a bunch of staff units from Thracia into Fire Emblem Heroes a minute ago, and I was like, oh, clearly that, like, Linoan must have been among them, but no, I think it was, like, Sarah and Safi, I think. I misremembered. Anyways, we also got Dawson just in case. I know there's a ton of hammers on this map, but that's why he's over here. So if things start getting sticky, I can just have him flee through the gate. And then we have Safi with a warp stave, alongside Sharoff, Sloof, whatever his name is. And Finn is over here too, I guess. So I think my strategy is Safi is gonna warp him down to talk to Amalda, wherever she is. One of these. Oh, she's probably gonna show up right here, huh? Safi's gonna warp him down to talk to Amalda, and then Amalda's just gonna pick him up and run. And we hope that goes well for me. Is basically the strategy right now, is we're just hoping this goes well for me. So... I think Galson's also here because you need, like, a minimum of, like, 16 deploys on this map or something crazy. So I figured we could probably have a couple of filler guys up here. Kind of help out. And everybody should be all kitted up. Got all of their necessary equipment and stuff. If they don't, that's gonna be really embarrassing for me now, isn't it? Chapter 19, The Empire's Wrath. Everyone is ready, Augustus. Hold a moment, my prince. It seems someone has come to the castle. One of Dorius's men, I believe. Prince Leaf, I'm sorry. Sorry for what? What's happened? The Imperial army counterattacked. We were slaughtered. What? Where's Dorius? Duke Dorius, to ensure some of us could escape, he rushed the enemy's flank. You must carefully choose who you draw next. Oh no. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. I'm sorry, he met his end. Dorius had death flag written all over him last chapter. I'm not shocked at all. Way to be an idiot, Leaf. Dorius, we weren't strong enough. Forgive us. That's absurd. This can't be. Prince Leaf, time's of the essence. We must withdraw all our troops at once before our entire army is massacred. No, this can't be happening. Prince Leaf, snap out of it. If we lose our troops now, Duke Dorius will have died for nothing. Who do I want most in Heroes? Yeah, I was surprised they went with Homer, of all characters, in Heroes next, but... Did I not say I had powers, though? Like, do you believe me yet? I don't know what it is. We owe it to him to save as many of our people as we can. No Misha, though. Maybe if we had drawn her, she would have shown up. Now the maggots understand what the Empire is capable of. I'll leave the rest to you, Wolf. Know that House Frege expects nothing less than Castle Leonster's recapture. It shall be done. I might have mentioned this, but I'm actually playing Fire Emblem 4 with a friend of mine who has no idea what happens in Fire Emblem 4. And we're on Chapter 5, and I'm so excited. It is so rare that you find a Fire Emblem fan that doesn't know about the barbecue. Like, Sigurd just sent, Oifi and Shannon away, and my friend was like, oh no, Oifi and Shannon are gonna die. That's like death flags written all over it. And I was like, well, somebody's gonna die, but... Anyway. So many of our people have died, but as long as I still live, so too does Ulster. I'm getting a friend of mine to play Fire Emblem 4 blind with her partner. Yo! Yeah, I was shocked, because this friend has been in the Fire Emblem fandom for like a hot minute. He just persistently lives under a rock with like regard to everything, so he doesn't know about the Sigurd thing. I mean, to see that, I'm so excited for you. It's such an enjoyable moment. But yeah, that friend lives under a rock with everything. I had to explain the toxic gossip train thing to him the other day because he didn't know about it, and I was like, I thought literally everyone on the internet knew about toxic gossip train. I have a duty to protect my troops, but is this truly right? Ah, Father Shroff, what I would give to hear your counsel. Good news. Okay, so first things first. We gotta warp Shroff over here. Have you looked at the two bishops? I know they have the Blizzard tomes. Which put you to sleep, which is bad. almost too loud in my ears. Yeah. See, I'm actually less worried about blizzard tomes at the moment than I am about, like, sleep staves. Because from my understanding, these guys don't move, so I can always run out of their way. Whereas with sleep staves, that's like the whole map. But yeah, I wasn't even gonna try and mess around with this dude. I was just gonna book it. Lady Amalda, lower your sword. It's me, Shruff. Father Shruff, what in blazes are you doing here? Came to meet with you. Prince Leaf of the Liberation Army has been waiting for you. You want me to betray my country? That's not even in the realm of possibility, Father Shroff. If it was, I wouldn't be living in such torment. Lady Amalda, a country isn't the plaything of a king or a nobleman. The country has lost its way. It's a knight's duty to lead it back. Will you stand idly by and allow evil to consume your home, all out of fear of being called a traitor? It's not that simple. I have to consider what will become of my troops if I defect. They will be fodder for the Blizzard tomes. Just accept it. They can decide for themselves, but your foremost duty is to your country. Follow your heart. I understand. Father Shroff, I shall fight with the Liberation Army. I know what I must do. Rescue the children stolen by the Empire. Okay, great. So, now, my thinking is, Amalda is gonna go ahead and pick Shroff up, and she's just gonna run. She's gonna book it. And everybody else here is gonna book it too, so get excited for that. I think that's a safe spot for me to stand in the bushes over there. Actually, how close are we to our next drawing? We're at 15 resets, right? I really, like, I desperately wish I could remount units on the preparation screen. Because, like, 95% of my waffling on who to pick for this chapter was, like, the fact that I have to remount on turn 1. And they can't go as far before that. Hello, Poison Parfait. It would be very embarrassing if he got warped all the way there and Amalda immediately cut him down. Oof. So the Imperial Army has come to bring down the hammer. Surely you have comrades who've been injured. Use this. It's a heal staff. Wow, thanks. As we all know, heal staves are not very plentiful. Sometimes I wish I had a face cam, because I like to do the, like, the side eye, and nobody can see that I'm doing it. But then I think about having a face cam, and I'm like, we don't need to subject myself to that. That's unnecessary. Wait, okay, hold on, let me... Blade, I don't know if you're gonna be really useful in combat, because I haven't been using you. I'm not kidding when I say that everybody's just booking it. Like, we are picking up children and we are running. Nana can take this one. I think she's... No. Nope, she's not safe. Oh no. I was hoping they would move a little less far. I have a Master Lance and a Killing Edge. Alright, let's see. Anna can probably be fine. You have Silver Sword and a Silver Bow. We'll take you and run. I think I have... Can I mount and take another unit, or... Also, I had a question for everybody in the chat who's played this game before and knows what's up. Is it worth it to go to the chapter where you get back the characters who have been left behind from the prison later? Or, like, can I just skip that paralogue? Because I haven't had anybody captured or, like, left behind or anything yet. And the guide said that this is, like, one of, like, a good opportunity to, like, leave a character or two behind if you need to get that paralogue. But I don't know if that paralogue's worth it. It has 6 possible warp states. What do you mean by possible? You gotta steal them, okay. I don't have confidence that Nana survives, like, literally anything. Right now. Oh good, okay, I can. You safe there? I think you are. You are not. Shit. That might be a reset. I don't think we really need these guys to do anything unless we want to go get those villages. I guess I'll have Finn do. Maybe Finn and, like, Shiva can go do that. Oh, okay. I mean, I'll take that. So what I'm hearing is it might be worthwhile to go to the captured characters paralogue. So I could just, like, leave one person behind here. Also, my squirrel brain, like, I've been playing Pokemon Emerald, and I'm so used to everything running in, like, 5 times speed, I'm kind of, like... My poor brain is just dying a little bit watching this go in 1 speed. Can we vote for who's getting left behind? That depends. Are you planning on screwing me? Because, like, knowing my luck, I'd be like, vote on who gets left behind, and you guys would be like, Kane. I should've brought, like, Misha or someone I don't use. Nah, Ronan. Ronan's not even on this map, I don't think. I didn't bring him. He's resting up. Did bring- sorry, not Misha. Matcha! My bad. Their names are too similar. Oh my god, I kinda like the Ballisti map animation. I wish I got to see it more. She. Okay, I'm not- is it Zendaya or Zendaya? Because, like, my brain would say that Zendaya, and I have been told that that is wrong. But I don't care enough to figure out what the right one is. Forgive me, this is for Ulster. You bastard. I've never heard her say it, so it's open season. Where are the green units I'm carrying going? Are they just going to the same exit point that I'm going to? Just last week they released new heroes, Attuned, Leaf, Machua, Matcha, Linoan, Dagdar, and Homer. I did know that. So I was trying to, like, manifest Misha, and we didn't get it, but we did get Homer, and I'm just saying, do you believe that I have powers yet? Because we drew Homer for the layout last week. That was last week, right? Time is not my friend. No, because that came down to our votes. Yeah, but it was on my stream. If this was the only time that this happened, I might go for it, Christian, but, like, this has happened so many times at this point. Or I do anything. Save. The Imperial Army looks to be awfully strong. You can't lose now. Please, you're our only hope. Here, take this staff. It makes your magical senses stronger, I think. That tiny staff is all that's left of my garden after my idiot brother tried to water my plants with pure water. Wait. Wasn't that didn't they reference that? Is that a reference to something that happened earlier? Sorry, my brain is skipping. Or was that, like, I know that there was somebody who tried to water a garden with pure water and it didn't work. That's so funny. Hey, are you the ones fighting to free Thracia? You have such a noble spirit. I'm so glad to have met you. You traded your luck in for gacha banner creation, and was it worth it? I mean, I find that anytime I'm lucky on gacha banners, something horrific happens. So, kinda. Hey, are you the ones fighting to free Thracia? You have such a noble spirit. I'm so glad to have met you. Here, take this pure water to match the purity of your heart. Best drink it even if you don't use magic yourself. Lots of folks in the Imperial Army use spells. Like, I got really good gacha luck. Like, I'm not joking. It was like 2 days before this last election, and I got the best gacha luck I have ever had in my entire life. And I was like, ah, fuck, Trump's gonna win the election, isn't he? And then it happened, so... you know? I've been saving the nearby Thracians from starving by giving them 1/10 of our crops. The speed ring is what lets me smuggle the supplies so quickly. The others are shocked by how fast I am. But with the Empire here now, it looks like I won't be able to sneak food over for a while. Why don't you hang on to it for the time being? I'm pretty sure the guy who gave you your first ensorcel is her brother. Yeah, that's what I remember too. Okay, great. So, now that these losers are gonna pick off the green units, who are too stupid to run away, that's a little bit better for me getting the heck out of Dodge. I think I'm gonna lose that house over there, though. Or both of those houses, probably. So hopefully they didn't have anything good in them. It's 4 and 5. That's a silver sword and a killer lance. I mean, I would like to have a silver sword and a killer lance, but I'm not gonna die. Isn't it crazy that the staff is called M-Up originally? That's such a weirdly video gamey name. Up. I don't know, I kind of vibe with it. It's got a ring to it. Let's see. Yeah, I think Finn will go take this house. I could warp somebody over to these houses to go save them, but I don't think it's worth it. To put it bluntly. I mean, for like a silver sword and a lance, eh. I could leave Alwyn behind. Probably not. That's actually probably a terrible idea. Hey y'all, hope everyone's doing well. Hey Seth, hope you're doing well as well. Well as well. I blame you for this poison parfait, but every time I say or think the word well now, I think of that stupid Noel Valley joke. Like, it's bad. I think that's as good as it's gonna get for this turn. We love to hear it. How's your Fire Emblem 9 run going, by the way? I think I was there briefly last week. The days are starting to bleed together, if I'm being honest. I need to find a job soon. Also, Dante is in the room with me, but he's not really in a good position for the camera. I have like a really high shelf that he likes to sleep on top of. And I don't think I could get the camera over there very well. But if he moves. I killed Makalov all by myself. Oh, you're so real for that. Is there anyone who, like, genuinely likes Makalov? He's gotta be, like, I don't know if I've seen a Fire Emblem, like a playable Fire Emblem character. Like, Shinon's weird, okay? Specifically for, like, Makalov, I don't think I've seen a Fire Emblem character that I've never seen anybody say that they, like, actually like him. Shinon, I've seen people who are like diehard Shinon fans. But like Makalov is just like, I don't know, he's like scummy, but like not in like a fun way. Like Shinon, at least you can kind of look at and be like, oh my fucking god, Shinon, you did not just say that. I've seen some sentiment like love to hate him. I don't even see that, but I'll believe you if you say you've seen it. If weird means racist, then yeah, he's no, I don't mean that Shinon is weird. I mean that, like, the sentiment around him is weird. Where, like he's so outrageous that, like, most people don't have, like, a neutral opinion on him. But a lot of people, like, really like him for some reason. Whereas Makalov, I feel like he's just kind of, like, non-existent enough. You're just a stain on my blade. But, like, if you remember who he is, you're probably like, oh yeah, that's scumbag. At least that's been my experience. I knew someone who was, like, a really diehard Shinon fan at one point. We don't really talk anymore, but, you know. You know what, green units, if you could just, like, be alive for another 2 or 3 turns so I can make sure I get Amalda to the safe zone, that'd be great. 'Cause for some reason, they all really like hitting you. Man, if they're gonna give me a bunch of green units, they could at least make them not, like, borderline useless. Like, get, like, a kill for me. Make my life marginally easier. Yeah, there's no shot. Yeah, I wonder if it would be better for Karin to take Sleuth. That way Amalda's not just, like, completely weighed down. They killed the Blizzard Bishop? Oh, well, good for them. Do that again. Or at least take the Blizzard hits for me. So I don't have to deal with them later. I can't even have an opinion on Makalov because I couldn't recruit him. He's a scumbag. Also, who on the writing team was like, we need Astrid to bang this guy? She has so much more to offer. Flying Forsetti, the other knights have been hurt pretty bad, right? Take this heal staff and help them on the double. I mean, I won't say no to more heal staffs, but like, come on. Because Marcia needs a better role model? Yeah. But we could just get rid of her brother. You know? He just doesn't have to exist. He can go marry some poor woman. No, actually, I wouldn't inflict anyone on him. Walter Imo, but then we're going into the enemy territory. But people who just, like, universally hate. Yeah. Enemies are a little bit different, I'd say. Like, you're kind of supposed to hate them, so it's really not a shock when most people wind up hating them. Maybe Astrid could get custody. I mean, if anybody's getting custody, it's Marcia giving up custody of Makalob to her, honestly. Oh, they do have hammers. Yeah, that's true. I gotta put my silent. Oh wow, they have vulneraries. Yay. I have come across some Walter Ephraim art. I don't know. How spicy is it, and can I see it? I'm just curious. I mean, Walter is gross because he kind of has the, like, old Fire Emblem, like, creepy with women thing going on. You know what I mean? Where he's like weirdly into Erica. In like an uncomfortable way. Yeah. Oh, girl, you're so close. So close to taking that one out for me. Exactly, it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that's kind of what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to be really gross and make you uncomfortable. But he didn't need to be that uncomfortable. Yay! You destroyed all the houses I was gonna get. Fuck you guys. Stupid thieves. How are you supposed to get over there that fast? Although much like the other FE8 villains, he's a cartoonishly evil villain, yeah. But you know, nothing wrong with that. Well, I wish the cartoonishly evilness would, like, not involve being creepy toward women, but other than that. Aw, poor Green. And still managed to dodge somehow. Which Fire Emblem game has, like, the best villains? I'm kind of partial to FE4s, just because, like... I don't know, the evil cult is, like, so... ridiculously evil. But, like, they're so competent at being evil that it's kind of fun. Three Houses has the worst villains for me. Because they're just the incompetent version of FE4's villains. See how that works? Actually, these guys have... Really, Misha? Why are you so slow? Yeah, no, they literally are. They were, like, modeled after Fire Emblem 4. Yeah. Like, okay, if you don't know this already, Three Houses was heavily inspired by Fire Emblem 4. So, like, the Agarthans are just a shittier version of the Lopter cult. Like, intentionally so. I mean, we could get into all of the reasons why they're a shittier Lopter cult, but that's essentially what they wound up being. Yeah, that's literally what they are. They are just the Lopter cult with a new skin on it. Like, story-wise, Lion was great for me. He was pretty good, yeah. Yeah, no, it became really obvious when I actually played through Fire Emblem 4, and I was like, wow, these are like if those who slither in the dark were actually good at what they did. Cause the Agarthans are, like, just bad at everything. Shit in the park. I wish there was a way to save him, but I guess he had to pay for his choices, yeah. Unfortunately, by the time you get to... I mean, from what I remember, Lion is already, like... mind-fucked by 4... I just had, like, a brain bleed. What the hell? What's his name? Femortis. My brain went, like, Forseti, then Forsyth, and I was like, I know it starts with a like a faux sound. They eat, like, okay, like, just, like, Edelgard's alter ego is the Flame Emperor, Arvis is the Flame Emperor. Like, they really weren't hiding the, like, the connection either, just for the record. Is it true the Leonster army was wiped out at Ulster? Are we doomed to live under the Empire forever? Come, have a sip of this pure water and toast with me to the final days of Leonster. I was just about to sing of the Aid Massacre, the start of this kingdom's decline. Oh. Is he actually singing? Is he gonna make me sing? Yeah, I'm not doing that. In seasons past, Leonster thrived with Quan upon its throne. Though less esteemed, Trevant had dreamed of making it his own. Quan's kin by marriage, Sigurd was the victim of a coup. Quan had no stake, but told him, take the aid I bring to you. Limber bond of friendship was a noose around his neck. Quan planned a course with half his force embarking on the trek. And so with gallant mounted knights and queen upon her steed, he slowly marched determined, parched across the desert Eid. But oh, how Trevant had waited and followed, hushed as death. His flyers would not be sated till Quan drew his final breath. So from the sky a swarm of foes came soaring into view, their numbers vast, their dragons fast, their lances aiming true. Startled knights could not escape, the desert held them fast. They had to stand upon the sand as bloody wounds amassed. I think I picked a little bit of a cheery tune for this. The heart that bled for Sigurd led his forces to their end. His kingdom snatched, his queen dispatched, no respite for his friend. This world is not an ally, it is sinister and cruel. What Quan forgot, Trevant did not, the caring man's the fool. And Sigurd he took to weeping, as Thracia took their rule. There's no other code worth keeping, aye, the caring man's the fool. Are we done? Done? Thanks. I can't- he made me sing for a pure water and I will never forgive him for that. I think I picked I think my tune was a little too cheery, but... This is something that Sam would sing softly to Frodo as a lullaby, right? He was the Ed Sheeran of his generation. I don't know if that's an insult or not. What is this Hobbit song? Sorry, I was like... Read it like a haiku, bro's acting like the economy crashed. Jeez. Okay, y'all are cruel. I mean, he deserved it, but cold-blooded. We're there yet. As long as you have a warp stave, this map actually does not seem that complicated. I mean, Celestial is a pretty fire song by Ed, and I'm not biased. I don't know anything about Ed Sheeran, so I will take your word for it that you're not biased. Don't make me sing again. Pardon me, but, would this book be able to help you? I'm fairly sure it's enchanted. I've tried reading from it, and it summons the most terrible storms, strong gusts that sweep up anything that isn't nailed down. So, please, just protect us. Scarlet and Violet use that song in the credits. I played Scarlet and Violet on stream, so I actually muted during the end credits because I didn't want to get copy struck, so I didn't hear the end credit song. It's tougher if you don't have enough riders as well. That's true. Which I assume you did in Poison Parfait because you got half your army killed probably by this point. That's a lot of dudes. I mean, I'm getting everybody up toward the exit point, because 1, choke point, 2... We could just run, right? If we need to. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember there was like a trend of drawing Sylvain from Three Houses with a beard, and somebody made the comment, I think it was Ed Sheeran, where they're like, I can't take Sylvain with a beard seriously, he looks too much like Ed Sheeran. And like, that's the like the only thing I know about Ed Sheeran, and I thought it was kind of funny. I was also using the original deployment. That's true too. I did rearrange my units so the mounted ones were in where they needed to be. Are these guys just gonna run away like a bunch of losers? I have to look up a picture of Ed Sheeran to make sure I'm remembering right. It was one of those like poppy singers in like the late 2010s. Okay, it was definitely Ed Sheeran looking at a picture of it. I can't correct because I don't know if you're wrong. What the fuck are you talking? I was like, there was a trend in the Three Houses fandom where a bunch of people were drawing Sylvain with a beard, like, you know, Sylvain Jose Gautier with a beard, and somebody made the comment of like, I can't take that seriously because he just looks like Ed Sheeran to me, and I thought that was very funny. So now that's like the only thing I know about Ed Sheeran is that he looks like if you put a beard on Sylvain. And I probably heard 1 or 2 of his songs at some point, but I couldn't tell you which ones. Shape of You is extremely popular. Yeah, what you fail to realize is that my neurodivergent self listens to like the same 5 songs on repeat. And I never want to listen to anything new. And I know exactly what you're gonna say to that, and I know. I already know, you don't have to say it. BTL, that's one. God help me. I think a lot about how popular people we offhandedly call Ed and Chris are actually Edwards and Christophers the whole time. That's messed up. Right? No, I think about that sometimes too. Where I'm like, man, they have like a whole ass name behind that nickname. Wild. Oh, you know, I do know at least part of Shape of You. Like, I know for a fact that I've heard his songs, I just couldn't tell you which ones. Faster Than Light. I remember my teenage years on Spotify were spent listening to the openings of FMA 2003. There is no shame in that. FMA 2003 had some banger openers. I, like, had them downloaded on my phone and I would listen to them too. Like, you're not alone there, Christian. Fear of the Light, that has to be one of the 5 songs I meant. Oh. Yeah, no, I listened to that a lot. I mean, I watched it, though. And I thought the openings were banger. But yeah, it's not as good as Brotherhood. But I still watched the whole thing. Mostly because I didn't realize that there were 2 of them, so I just watched the one that had Full Metal Alchemist as the name. I assumed Brotherhood was like a sequel or like a spin-off or something, because that's usually how naming conventions go. And I didn't realize until after I had finished it that that was not how it worked. It's a fictional story. Why does it matter how it go? What do you mean? Oh yeah, Bury the Light is definitely one of the 5 songs I listen to on repeat. I have a whole playlist. Okay, I think we're almost safe. As long as we don't have any, like, archers coming out from over here to, like, just absolutely demolish my flyers, I think we're good. It's a fictional story, it's not real, so why would you care about it? Yeah, I'm confused on, like, what we're talking about now. Brotherhood is better because it's canon. That's not what I said. I said I watched the original first because I didn't realize that it wasn't the canon one. Brotherhood is better for a lot of reasons, but not just because it's canon. I know I'm just starting shit. Well, you need to be better at it. Come on. How are you supposed to start shit if I don't know what you're talking about? When y'all talk about Brotherhood, my mind goes to Assassin's Creed. You know, fun fact, I've never really played Assassin's Creed. I played part of the first one because my brother got it for his Xbox, and then I realized that I hate stealth games, so I didn't finish it. I'm not patient enough for them. They were like, there's nothing wrong with the game. It was just like, it got to the point, I got to the point where I literally could not breathe without whoever the enemy is. Spanish Inquisition, or it's not the Spanish Inquisition, but I don't remember what it's called. It got to the point where I couldn't go anywhere, I couldn't even breathe without the Spanish Inquisition being like, there he is! And chasing me for 20 minutes. And I was getting sick of it, so I stopped playing. What's so fun about that fact? I didn't smile. My expression is neutral at best. Well, Christian, it's not my fault that you don't take joy in the small things in life. Personally, I think it's a fun fact, and that's all that matters because it's my stream. I was gonna go into another fun fact, but I was like, I should probably not. bring that one up on stream. I started with Assassin's Creed 2 and I'll say it was better. I have heard that 1 is kind of eh, and that 2 is where it really gets going. I have a friend who really likes Black Flag, because she likes pirates. I wouldn't hate playing the Ancient Greek one, maybe, just for the setting, but yeah. Well, not a particularly well-designed stealth game is also the thing. It's just open world slop. Talking about the original Assassin's Creed? Okay, but can somebody tell me what the name of the evil organization is called in Assassin's Creed? Because I don't remember it. And now it's bothering me. Who are these random green units? Templars, right. I was close. Alright, let's see. We could definitely have Kane over here making a nice little choke point for me. Wanna hear a Thracia joke? Sure, mighty Funzo. I'm scared now, actually, but go ahead. I'll let you cook. The Black Pearl, Pirates of the Caribbean movie. My brother was really into the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I watched way too many of those. I mean, I don't hate them, but you know. They were fine. Ronan's gross, but you don't have to insult my boy like that. He's doing his best. Gee, with all these Amazon warehouses popping up, I feel very isolated in my community. I wish I had a mall to go to where I could meet people and shop. A mall. Oh, okay. I get it. You know what? I'm like a... I was a pun hater when I was younger. Now they get me every time. I don't know if that's just like some kind of like sign of early dementia or if puns are just actually funny and I was just a hater before, but you know. We're gonna have to watch every single one of these guys walk. Is it worth trying to kill a couple of these guys, or should I just leave? Age? Yeah, you're too young, Christian. You wouldn't understand. I've never disliked puns in my entire life. That I believe. This map blows without emulator speed. Yeah. I was the first option dementia because I don't want to admit that I'm getting older. Oh, but yeah, is it worth it to try and kill some of these guys? God, those silver swords would be really nice if I could snag them, but I didn't bring Pern. Because he was tired. He was eek after the last battle. You basically said exactly that. I said early onset dementia, for the record. You can get that when you're young. Poor Finn is so behind. I have not been using him basically at all. This is my first playthrough, yes. But I am using Fire Emblem WAD. Just got team wiped in a raid. How's the map going? Pretty well, I think. I'm really feeling the whole didn't train Finn the entire game coming back to bite me. Debating if I should just leave or if it's like worth it to play this out a bit and get some experience off of these guys. I didn't even look at Amalda. Okay, I don't hate that. And move is pretty good. If I was you, I would skedaddle. I had to pull out a hair splinter day. It was so very painful. That sucks. So pretty, I love her. She's so good. And she comes with a master sword. For some reason, I thought that she would have magic ranks. I don't know why, I just assumed that she was like a magical paladin, but you can get full dementia when you're young too. It's unfortunately, yeah. Especially if you get a lot of concussions, which as far as I'm aware, I've never had any concussions, but is there anybody who, like, desperately needs a level that I could have fight this guy? Now, see, I'm existentially terrified that she's gonna miss. mean a Valkyrie? Sure. We should ban dementia, call me radical. Wouldn't be a bad idea. How many concussions aren't severe enough for memory loss? That depends on the... That depends. If you get, like, one really bad concussion, that's probably worse than, like, 2 smaller concussions. I recruited Xavier, yes. It actually was not as hard as I was expecting. I mean, it was annoying, but it wasn't horrific. Not to flex or anything, but... It's probably also a lot easier when you can reorder your units. Yeah. No, it's really the planning aspect. Well, okay, the way I did it was I had Kane body block the door, and then I just, like, picked up all of the green units and, like, dropped them in front of whoever was in front of the door. And then I did a little bit of transferring, and since Kane has 20 con, he could pick up basically anything. So, it actually was pretty luck-free. Because I just picked up the green unit, moved him behind, like, did a little transfer, and then picked up the other green unit that they just recruited, moved him behind. What I'm saying is, what if you've had concussions but the impact caused memory loss so you don't remember the concussions? Those are really bad concussions, then that would probably contribute to early onset dementia, yes. I'm gonna give Amalda a kill. Never mind. No, I'm not. Kane, you do it. And a lot of knowledge, I don't think variables are communicated well enough. What do you mean, boomer humor? That wasn't a joke, Christian. Concussions are serious business. As far as I'm aware, I have never had a concussion, though, because I didn't really do any high-impact sports. If we want to leave someone behind, who do we leave behind? For the map. I guess I could leave behind Shiva. He hasn't really been doing anything for me. Do I want to deal with the prison map? I know that you can get warp staves, but like, how bad do I want warp staves? Most valuable knowledge to have is how much less stressful the chapter is if you pretend he's a normal enemy. And turn off your emotions. I could also probably leave behind Shroff. I mean, do I really need that many healers? Yeah, I was originally not gonna recruit Xavier, but then I was like, I want to see if I can do it. And I did. And I'm very proud of myself. Okay, if I left anyone behind, it would probably be Shiva. But I think I've got like 2 warp staves. This hurts me. Maybe another life I'll do it again, not next time I play this game though, that's for sure. Yeah. Ugh. It would be nice to play all the paralogs I can. Sorry, I'm waffling on if I want to leave somebody behind for the prison break chapter, or if I just want to not bother with the prison break chapter and do something else with my life. I wish I had brought, like, Matcha or something, because I wasn't using her, so she would be an easy one to leave behind. We're already gonna be playing this game for another, like, 6 weeks. If I continue. You can also bail turn 1 in 21X. You technically don't have to play it. Well, the only reason I would be playing it is to get the warp staves. So, that would necessitate... That was weird. That would necessitate playing the map to get the warp staves. So... You know what I mean? You can also spam Tina unlocks from starting positions for the chests, rescue the unit from the prison, then leave. Does that get me the warp stave, though? Are the warp staves in chests? Or are they, like, on units that I have to, like, mug? Hold on. What is it, 21X? See, Master Seal, bolting, unlock, and item chests. They're on units, but you can use the thief staff for that. That's true. But then we run into the problem of who do I leave behind here to get access to 21X? I guess I could probably leave Dawson behind. Like, what is he really doing for me at this point? I mostly brought him here to fill out the minimum deploy requirement. Xavier! I don't want to leave behind Xavier because he has an authority star and that could actually maybe be handy. Dawson seems like the more obvious one to get rid of. And I wasted a Master Seal on this dude. Honestly, he would be so good if if there weren't armor-slaying weapons literally every 3rd step on every chapter. They screwed armors in this game so hard. Because I can think of so many times where I would have liked to use one, but it just doesn't make any sense because they gave everyone and their mother a fucking hammer. Like, it's better to just use Cain, because at least if they have like a cav slaying weapon, I can just dismount him. Will I? Yeah, no, I literally only brought Dhalsim and Xavier to, like, hit the minimum deploy, because you need, like, 16 units deployed or something crazy. Why'd you use Cain? Because he eats a glove and it's kind of funny. He's attractive, he eats gloves for breakfast. I don't know, I loaded him up with scrolls and he was good. Everybody has to. I used Ronan too. Because he's a cutie patootie. Alright, I guess we'll get rid of Dhalsim. Who wants to take his stuff? We can leave him with the 2-use battle axe. Actually, you know, I might take the 2-use battle axe. That's like 200 gold. Cain when trained has really nice averages too. Fun project. Let's go. Listen, I just thought the glove eating was funny. And then I gave him a bunch of scrolls and then he was good, so I went with it. He's probably like my best unit, honestly. Alright, I'm just gonna start running everybody out. Dhalsim, you can go stand over here so I don't accidentally leave with you. I'm so sorry, buddy. You were really good that one chapter, you were useful. I'm just saying. In a game that I don't know a lot of the characters, because they're not really in Fire Emblem Heroes, and like this is not really a very popular entry, anything that makes you stand out is good. Apologizing for no reason, she's so real. I don't apologize for using Cain. I apologize for making everybody else suffer me using Cain. Wait, no, I don't apologize for that either, never mind. Nah, Misha. What, I have to apologize for using Misha? Is that what you're saying, Poison Parfait? Sounds like quitter talk to me. To apologize for escaping? Oh, sorry, my bad. Sometimes I, like, say something and then the chat messages come through, like, 10 seconds later, so I just assume they're referencing whatever I just said. How was your chapter 14, or is it 15, the one where you defend the city? The one that, like, in, like, the last turn they have all those dark mages come out? Because that one actually didn't go too poorly for me. See, here's the thing. When you're using Fire Emblem WoD, this game is really not that hard. Like, it's not easy, but, like, so much of the difficulty comes from, and then on the last turn, they throw 10 dark mages at you that can attack the same turn they show up. And they kill 3 of your units because you didn't know they were coming. So as I didn't play it blind, I didn't have the problem of, you know, getting blindsided by that, which made it a lot easier. Thank you, Glade. You were actually kind of useful this chapter. Ilish, you should have used some clairvoyance, yeah. I mean, this seems like a halfway decent map to grind on if you want to waste your time doing that, but I kind of don't, so we'll just run. I think we should be able to get everybody but Dawson out next turn. So, how's the weather? While we wait for this really long enemy phase. It's been, it finally went from being hot as balls, like, for 2 weeks in a row, to being slightly less hot as balls. And now I feel cold, even though it's like 80 degrees outside. Warm and rainy, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with this summer. This summer has been like, it's either 100 degrees and sunny and humid and miserable, or it is pouring rain and 100 degrees and humid and miserable. There's nothing, there's no in between. Or 80 in rain. You in America? Yeah, I am. I'm not in the US and that's somehow exactly accurate. I think climate change is gonna bring us to, like, climate singularity at some point. As a Canadian, I'd like to apologize for ruining your summer with our wildfire smoke. Yeah, that has been happening too. I haven't had the windows open in like 4 weeks. In part because of the heat, but also because the air quality has been garbage. Good grief, life's too short to be spending it like this. Everybody out. Droff is kind of cute. I wish I got him earlier. He seems kind of underleveled for the point you get him. Wow, less than an hour and a half, damn. Yeah, I'm thinking we at least gotta do the prep for next chapter, because if we don't, this stream's gonna be way too short. Canada mentioned why. He only staffs with A staffs. Yeah, but I mean, like, at that point, most of your other staff units probably also have A staffs, or at least they're close. I am curious what the excitement is about Canada being mentioned. I mean, not that I don't love our Canadian neighbors to the north, but... Alright, Leaf, time to go. I just like NL. Not entirely sure what NL stands for, but okay. I'm gonna assume it's a good thing. And so the Empire's retaliation begins. There's nothing more we can do. We should retreat to the castle. Augustus, this is all my fault. It's like I killed Dorius myself. Yeah, kinda is. You don't have the luxury of wallowing in regret. Not now. At least Augustus isn't trying to coddle him about it. He's like, yeah, you did that shit, but like, chin up, bucko. We got shit to do. There will be a time to atone to Duke Dorius after you've defended Leonster. Summon all your patience and discipline. You'll need it for what lies ahead. You're right. Come now, I do bring some good news. I've heard multiple reports that a large rebellion is taking place in the eastern reaches of Isaac. They seem to be putting up a good fight against the Empire, by all accounts. Do you know who their leader is? The rebellion is Isaac. Couldn't it be Prince Shannon? Finn told me about him. He has the most gifted sword arm in all the world, and he's beloved by his people. In short, he's a far greater man than I. He's also like 10 years older than you, so you know. And now Leaf has one less authority figure. Yeah. Oh, sorry, authority star. Right, because they give him authority stars. God damn it, Leaf! Fucking me over here, kid. Of course Prince Shannon is with the rebels, but their leader is someone else. That being? Lord Seliph of House Calfee. The people of Isaac and Granville alike hail him as the Scion of Light. Lord Seliph, can it be true? I believe it is, and his father, Lord Sigurd, was your uncle. I always forget that they're cousins. The Crusader Sigurd. As recently as a decade ago, he was reviled as a traitor, but nowadays he's a popular folk hero. Saw through the Emperor's schemes from the beginning and died trying to protect the world from his machinations. Okay, let's not give Sigurd too much credit here. He did not see through Arvis's schemes, otherwise he wouldn't have gotten meteored. He just kind of himboed his way into getting meteored. Let's just be clear on that one. If you remember when I made a joke that after Dagdar scolds Leaf, when he finds out about Ivel, Leaf just goes fetal and babbles through tears. Leaf just does that here too, that's all. Uncle Sigurd is so funny. Let's see. Bard spread his tale across the land, and it captivated the hearts of every man, woman, and child suffering under the Empire's rule. And so he's become more legend than man. Now the child of that legend is fighting to realize his father's dream. The people feel hope once again, and blinded by that hope, they wouldn't hesitate to die for his cause. This is a bounty from the gods. We couldn't have crafted a more perfect opportunity ourselves. What exactly are you saying? I'm saying there's a reason so many people are ready to die for Lord Seliph. It's not just because he's a strong warrior. Our era demands a hero. And that's not you, Leaf, apparently. Uncle Augustus is not gonna have any, you know, qualms about telling you that you're not the special one in this story, I guess. Our era demands a hero. The people clamor for one, and so someone has crafted Lord Seliph to be their hero. Forged him, if you will, in much the same way one forges metal into a blade, taking a man and sculpting him into what the people need. You understand? No one chooses to become a hero. They're willed into a hero by the people around them, shaped by the needs of others. Augustus, does that mean the people in my life crafted me to be what they needed too? You'll have to come to your own conclusions on the matter. Though I will say this, recall that Duke Dorius lost an arm protecting you, and now he's traded his life for yours. Have you ever stopped to wonder why he did that? Why do so many people keep sacrificing themselves for you? Why do so many hail you as a hero? Think on that and think well. Uncle Augustus is a solid dude, super down to earth, yeah. I forgot to mention, they also got Aaron Ismuke to voice Homer in FEH. He also was the child that voiced Alphonse in FMA 2003. Oh, okay, interesting. The prince has ordered that he not be disturbed for the time being. You may state your business to me instead. Oh, well, we fled from Ulster, you see. The Imperials were hot on our tail when your army showed up to help us. We just wanted to give the prince this master seal as a way of saying thanks. Leave it with me. I'll deliver it to the prince and convey your gratitude. Alright, thank you. Damn, Leaf. Didn't even, like, eat the people you saved? I'm just shitting on Leaf. I think he kind of deserves it, but you know. Also, thank you, Mighty Funzo, for the follow. Half a year has passed. The army of House Frege, led by Barat. Oh. He's kind of attractive in, like, a slimy way. You feel me? Like, he's got good hair. Eyebrows could use a little work, but, like, you know, I wouldn't take him home to meet the parents, but, like, you know, I might feel him out for a first date. Led by Barat, has waged a relentless onslaught against Leinster. Just because of his face? Well, I mean, like, he looks a little greasy, you know what I mean? What? seeking to recapture the castle. Leaf's Liberation Army has fought well, but has been gradually worn down, and forced into a small corner of the castle with no way out. Everyone could see it was only a matter of time until Castle Leonster fell. At least get to know him first. Maybe he's a... That's why I said, like, I would take a chance on him for, like, a first date, but I don't know if I'd, like, take him home to meet the parents or anything, you know what I mean? No, nothing you did. The weirdest coincidence in my life happened. What? I'm so curious now. Let's see. This is chapter 20, right? Protect the throne for 15 turns and defeat Barat. After 15 turns, the chapter doesn't end and Barat will start to move. Got it. Looks like we got 2 chests. I assume? Oh no, 1 chest and 1 house. Okay. Get silence and a master still. And we can steal a Thrud from Barat. Which I do kind of want. Interesting. This is an interestingly laid out map. Hold on. What happens if you, like... Okay, so, like, you can have units die, right? But, like, all of these maps have a minimum deploy limit. So, like, what happens if you don't have 12 units? Do you just, like, not get to play anymore? Okay, this chapter is just defense, and that's it. For starters, I recommend bringing at least one of your thieves. You have to open doors. Only focus on opening the doors that are most important for moving around the map. Second, you'll need your most powerful units because your team will be spread out across the whole map. Also, equip them with keys so that they can escape in case they're locked in somewhere. Even though you can't select your unit's starting positions, well, I can because I'm using the little Manster patch, but you can still try to get the best out of your units wherever they end up and make the best of your situation. Same goes for the items. For that, if you really want your units to start in a particular location, just follow the numbers indicated. Okay. You just deploy everyone. I wrote an FE4-esque story in ChatGPT, and the countries were based on real countries using Google Translate for country names. Bharat is the India-based country in that story. And then Poison Parfait puts wrote in scare quotes, which, yeah. Generated. You know what the funniest thing is about those large language models is you can tell that they trained off of crawling AO3 because if you tell them to write about Omegaverse, they know exactly what it is. And I find that so funny. All of the AI companies were like, no, we totally got our data sets ethically. And then you're like, what's Omegaverse? And you're like, write me an Omegaverse fic where fucking Seliph gets pregnant. And it just does it. I had to put a lot of annoying inputs to make sure it stayed on track. Yeah, that's why they're bad. FE has always done it has done, yeah. I will still not get over when I was on the Fire Emblem wiki for something and it was like, what's the best binding blade character? Like, they had like a little AI integration, and it was like, what is the best character in Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade? And it picked Ike for some reason. Okay, the ending of this chapter is a little different from the others since on this occasion, which you're defending is a throne and not a city. So it's well covered and there are no enemies with warp or rewarp, so you only have to advance in order to block the enemies' advance. Okay, that's good to know. In order to complete this mission successfully, it's necessary that you kill the boss in fewer than 15 turns. If you don't, nothing will happen. You won't lose, it's only a requirement. The reinforcements are really tough. They'll appear a few turns after you've started the chapter, so prepare yourself beforehand. The purpose of the red rectangle is to indicate the area in which the reinforcements will have excellent defense, so it's best magic. You know the unit is a shield in case your mages have defense. The reinforcements will also begin to destroy the walls of the castle, paths and spaces, which is a good thing if your units don't have any keys. Among the reinforcements are some mages, priests, and bishops, from whom you can steal some excellent staves and some long-range magic weapons like Meteor. Useful items like door keys you should try to get if you're running low on them. If you're going to use a flying unit, try not to leave it too close to the castle entrance, since there's also ballistia in this chapter. Great, love that. There's a house to the north that you have to save. Same goes for the chest on the right side of the map. As you can see, there's also a coliseum in this chapter, but really don't worth it to train here. It's really not worth it to train. Okay. This chapter is tough enough with your whole team together. The only person you should send over is Shanam if you have him, since he has the bargain skill, which allows him to buy everything at half price. I did not know that Shanam had the bargain skill, and I don't have him because I don't think I can recruit him if I get Amalda, and Amalda's better, so. In addition, there's another Coliseum in the next chapter where you can train as long as you want. The rest of this chapter just involves applying as much offense as you can muster and dealing with the boss's units as soon as possible. Be sure to take advantage of the force tiles. Also, the presence of a unit like Ozian with his Wrath skill opens up the possibility of getting rid of everything in just one turn. Fair. Sounds cool in English, though. I was in the zone and Celifreg took me out of it. Sorry. Yeah, I could have said Shannon. Is like, we all know that he's getting pregnant at some point, right? Alright, let's see. Can't be killed in the first 3 turns, so warping someone isn't an option. You will fail in every attack, and you have to wait turn 15 to end this chapter anyway. The boss won't move until 15 turns have passed. When you have cleared the map of enemies, commit yourself to killing him, since while he's alive, many more enemies will appear on later turns. But before that, steal his scroll. While he has the scroll, you won't be able to land any criticals except those delivered by the Wrath skill, and it'll be that much more difficult to kill him because of his capped defense. Gradius capped defense. Love that. The best way to kill him is with magic, but always be very careful since he can kill you with 2 consecutive hits, or with effective weapons. Try to have Nana and the Kingmaker nearby. It's hard to kill, and the reinforcements can ruin everything. Once you have controlled the situation and defeated the boss, you will automatically complete the mission at the start of turn 15. By the way, all the surviving reinforcements will flee during turn 14 if you kill the boss. They will not attack you, even if they can. Got it. And Seliph will offhandedly call Shanon's son brother, and Shannon will cry. Oh. That'd be a good fic. I mean, like, functionally speaking, right? Shannon is Oifi... Sorry, not. Seliph is Shannon and Oifi's adopted son, so any child that Shannon and Oifi have would be Selif's brother. I'm kind of amused because on Fire Emblem WoD, if you mouse over the map, it shows you the destruction points, and I'm kind of having fun doing that while we're sitting here. That reminds me, I never did edit together my Fire Emblem 4 Omegaverse tier list into a watchable video. There's a lot of things I need to do. But I hate video editing, so I keep putting them off. I would also like a better computer before I try to do more video editing, because the one I have is not very good for that. I mean, this baby's been around since 2016, and, like, she's still going. Knock on wood, she's still going. But she didn't do it too well anymore, you know what I mean? Okay, who are we bringing? Nana could be good. What are the reinforcements? Shop has vulneraries, torches, heal staves, and thunders. The village has silence and a master skill. We have lance armors, mages, ballistic, axe armors. Hindustan is actually a real name for India. I am not confirming or denying that, because I don't know. I guess I could bring Shiva. The bot had some twists that legitimately had me kicking my legs in excitement. Oh, the youth days. So now I'm imagining you, like, on your bed with, like, your chin in your hands, kicking your little feetsies like a teenage girl writing in her diary. It's a cute image. Alright, we'll bring Kane, we'll bring Homer. I hate you. You're the one who said it. Alright, let's see. I guess we'll bring Ronan. Marita can come. Lara. Asbel, probably. Ozian. Maybe we'll bring Sarah. How the fuck are you picturing me? You don't know what I look like? It's more of like a vibe, you know? Well, I know you have curly hair, because you talked about that last stream. Maybe I'll bring Fergus, Agdar. Why were you silent for so long? I was thinking of how to respond, because sometimes people think about things. Sometimes people think about things before they say them out loud. Which, you know, couldn't be me, but it happens on occasion. I would really like to bring Amalda, but I don't know if she'll be any good. But I want to bring her anyway, because I spent so much time getting her, you know what I mean? Are there cameras in your room? I'm not gonna do anything illegal, even if it would be funny. Okay, so for for healers, I have Nana and I have Sarah. Should I promote Sarah? Doesn't she get Sage? Is it worth it? I guess we could bring... My thought is bring Xavier, but leave him on the throne. How many hammers are in this chapter? That's gonna be defining. Speaking of my hair, I had to pull out a hair splinter. Felt like pulling out a thick long piece of glass from my soul. I think you mentioned that earlier. That sounds horrific. I imagine most of my units are going to be dismounted for this chapter, so... let's see. Do I need Lara? Now that I know about authority stars, I'm like, oh, what if I brought Glade? He has an authority star. That might be helpful. Because, you know. So does Finn. So many authority stars, so few deploy slots. Did I bring Tina? I'm already at 16. I don't know what I'm doing. I could probably drop Shiva. Do I really need Shiva? Probably not. I want to bring Marita so that I can get her a couple more levels. Maybe, hopefully. My main thought for bringing Tina is that it would be nice to get her some more magic. So that she can actually, like, use her thief's stave and stuff. Lara's so good. Please always bring Lara. That's fair. She wasn't on the last map because I didn't think she'd be that useful, and also she was fatigued. I've recently started playing the ROM hack Pokemon Mind Crystal. Agonizing. Agonizing in what way? I've been replaying Vanilla Emerald, and I've played Vanilla Emerald so many times. I'm like, why did I decide to do this? Just in terms of adapting to situations that arise due to RNG, that's fair, yeah. Yeah, I thought she would get run down if she was helping the calves last turn, and then if she was at the top, she wouldn't have been useful at all, so... Okay. There's the other question of who do I Master Seal, because I actually have quite a few of them. I am intending to Master Seal Marita, but I'm seeing if I can squeeze a couple more strength growths out of her before I do it. Ozian's good, Homer's good, Ronan's good. Shiva, I could, but he doesn't really seem like the best use of a Master Seal. Nana probably wouldn't be terrible as an option. Asbel's good, Ozian's good, Lara's good. Sarah, I do need to Master Seal. I think I'll do that at the start. Fergus is already good, Amalda's good, Dagnar's good, Kern's good. Xavier's good. Not that I'm gonna use Xavier. It forces set mode, meaning you can't switch before the opponent sends out their next Pokemon. It bans items in all trainer fights. The gym teams are buffed to hell, among other things. Yeah, see, here's the... I've, like, tried a couple of, like, Pokemon hacks that do, like, the difficulty thing. I usually just get frustrated. Like, I was playing Pokemon Double Emerald, which turns all of the fights in Emerald into a double battle, which I thought was really fun, but then for some reason they decided to juice every gym leader's team. So it was just slamming my head at a wall over and over. Because there wasn't really a lot of good strategy either. Especially for some of, like, the early ones. Oh, let's see, okay. You have a backseating policy that I'm brushing up again, so you're just thinking out loud. Oh, you're totally fine. I do tend to think out loud, but I do also genuinely want advice. I don't mind if chat backseats a little bit, just don't get, like, aggressive about it. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I thought it was gonna be the third game for the Johto remakes. Let's see. Yeah, the thing is, I have a lot of Master Seals, but I don't really have a ton of characters I would use them on. I think also the more you bring Lara, the better you get at playing around her shortcomings. That's fair. I do try to bring her where I can, but there's a lot of maps where I'm just like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I probably want to Master Seal Ida at some point, but, like, I want to get her another couple levels before I do. Hey, Rose, what's up? Finn wouldn't be a bad one, I guess, at this point in the game. A lot of these guys I'm not really using. Like, Linoan, I guess, would maybe make a good option if I could get her leveled. Oh, that's why I don't use her more. She's a C rank in staves. Alright. I bring absolutely fantastic news that I couldn't wait to tell you about. Oh boy, what's going on, Rose? We're just doing a lot of prep. I don't know if we're gonna... 15 turns is a lot of turns, so that'll probably bump up the stream time by a lot, but I could always pause if I really need to go. Tangerine got assassinated? What? For the record, CIA, FBI, Secret Service, that is a joke. There are no plans on this stream to commit any sort of assassination on any sort of public figure. Just to be clear. I decided not to be a hermit today and go out to the local mall in my area, and I stopped in Hot Topic. Okay. Man, I don't fuck around with the FBI and shit on that. They take that shit so serious. Let's see. I'm gonna, like, run out of space in the supply at this rate. And I got some things while I was checking out. I saw one of the workers wearing a Devil May Cry shirt. Very good, very good. Where did they get the Devil May Cry shirt? Did they get the Devil May Cry shirt from Hot Topic? Of Dante? Okay. Okay. Did you buy me a Dante from Devil May Cry 3 shirt, Rose? Is that what you're telling me, or did they just have the shirt on? They're being sold at Hot Topic right now. Okay. I'm here for it. They have the shirts right. So what you're saying is I need to go to my local mall and buy a Devil May Cry shirt. That's what you're telling me. Because I'm here for it. I'll do it. That's not good news. Hush, Christian. They have 2 shirts. Is one of them from the Netflix anime? Because if it's from the Netflix anime, I'm not buying it. Because Christian likes to be combative for no reason. Shh. Okay. Adults are speaking, Christian. I hate being shushed so much. It was like my mother's thing. Like, shh! I'm like, okay, fuck you too. I'm talking at barely above a regular speaking volume. Let's see. Supply, give. Take. One of the shirts is Dante from DMC 1, and the other shirt has Dante from DMC 1, 2, and 3. Ah. If I could make caps lock bigger to properly express my rage, I would. Try putting a hashtag in front of it and then a space. That works on Discord. Might work here too. I'm all for helping people express their emotions, okay? I assume it was another raid. How did that go? Nope, didn't work. Okay. It's funny when I asked the worker, OMG, is that Dante from DMC? They were so happy to find someone who knows about DMC. Well, you're welcome, random Hot Topic worker, because I am the one who gave that brain rot to Rose. Finally cleared after 3 hours, so winning, I guess. Nice. Let's see. I guess I'll give another Master Seal to Nana. She could probably use it at this point. So how did you find 19? I could only get parts of it. 19, what do you mean? They were both happy to find someone who knows about DMC. Well, okay, Rose, I'm gonna... Chapter 19? Oh. How did I... Okay, you mean, like, how did I think of... Like, what did I think of it? I mean, it was fine. It was kind of boring. Because I had mounted units that just ran all of the green units up. And I barely fought anything anyway. They did complain that there's not a Virgil shirt, to which I replied, oh, that's because no one loves Virgil! It's so true, not even himself. I know I have more Master Seals hanging around somewhere. I could have sworn I had more than 3. Did I use them? Huh. Okay. Well, I think Nana will probably be a good one, because I use her frequently, and Sarah is a good user. You think Southworth hates Virgil? We didn't say that he hates Virgil. We just said that no one loves Virgil, which is true. I mean, have you seen how much mass murder that guy inflicted? Okay, now... Alright, see you, Rose. Full speed and luck. If I had one complaint about this game, it's that I now have so many scrolls, I don't know what to do with them. Like, I can't remember which ones affect which stats, and they're always scattered around. I'll give strength. I'll give that to Marita. She has a pretty good strength growth, but we could always juice it some more. And her skill's already like 18, so the debuff. Do I think Southworth hates Virgil? I don't know. Is it why, like, I feel like the answer to that question is so evident that you're, like, trying to trap me into something. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. That does plus 30. All is con. That was weird. Stop being difficult. No, I want to know what you're trying to do first, Christian, before I answer any yes or no questions. Oh, baby, yeah, that's like a 90% strength growth on her. Beautiful. Okay, odd just a skill, right? Yeah. For the most part, at this point, the scrolls are just so I don't get crit. I think Sarah already has, like, more than enough skill, but... Oh, wait, yeah, never mind. I'll be as difficult as I want to be, by the way. I love being difficult. Let's see. Sarah said scroll. Like, she already has basically everything she needs, but... Yeah, no, I really appreciate Sarah. She's been doing some good work for me. Okay, that looks like that's all my scrolls. So, almost everyone has one. I think I'm gonna trade the Baldur scroll to Asbel then. I'm not gonna ask you why you don't trust me because I'm actively staying away from the pin on that grenade. But it's not a trick. I mean, the answer is that obviously Dan Southworth loves Virgil, right? We just like to joke about how nobody likes Virgil because he's Virgil. Okay, I think that's all of the- wait, hold on. Do I have any, like... Well, I'll move everybody around first, hold on. Alright, let's see. I mean, it seems pertinent to get... This is such an interesting unit spread, hold on. Chapter 20. These losers. Those killing edges are looking mighty delicious. So here's my thinking. My thinking is, because this is a defensive chapter, right? It would probably be most but you do need to kill this guy, but he can't die until turn 3 anyway. Oh, that's a yummy scroll. He still is master? Probably not. I'm guessing he has, like, Miracle Plus to start with. Anchor. Ah. Lame. And Pavice. I mean, what I'm thinking is, like, it'd probably be best to have my units that would actually kill him kind of down here, and then some bulkier units maybe to support them. With, like... And then pull everybody else back to, like, here? I'm debating how I want to, like, arrange these guys. I'm thinking Pern would make the most sense right there. So he can kind of zip in, get this chest, zip up, maybe take some of these killing edges off of these guys. He does have 14 con, which is actually pretty good. Not enough to steal the Master Axe, but you know. This game seems like it could get trivialized really easily if you just had a high con, high speed thief. I'm thinking Homer and Asbel will probably be responsible for taking out the boss. Master Lances, not my favorite. Oh, but they don't appear to move. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better. What if I stuck Lara right here? You can open this door for Asbel. Then she can be responsible for dancing. Too. Maybe we can stick Sarah over here as well. And I can maybe see if I have a door key for her. I don't know if I have any door keys, actually. I might have sold them all. Because I didn't see much use for them. So, you know, we make smart decisions on this stream. I guess I have a couple of unlock staves I could probably make use of. Somewhere. I know I have more than one. Okay. I guess not. I thought I got another one somewhere. Why not make Asbel open the door and have Lara dance for him so he can move again? I don't have any door keys. Apparently. Oh no, I do have door keys, okay. We're fine. We're always going to be fine. I don't think silence is gonna be useful. You don't have enough door keys for the rest of the game? Well, that's a problem for future V. It'll be fine. These guys have door keys I can steal, right? Oh, let's see. I mean, my issue with these two spots right here... I guess that one's not as bad, but... Like, the one where Lara is situated, it looks like the only way out is forward if you don't unlock the door. And that could be dangerous, but if you really think I shouldn't use the door keys, I won't. I guess it's not, like, medically necessary for me to use door keys. But what if I saved my money? I mean, absolute worst case scenario, right? I struggle. Okay, I will take your word for it that I need more. I think I have plenty of money, so... Does anyone else need a heal stave? It could not hurt to have a heal stave on everybody who can use one. That's okay. I appreciate it. Like I said, I genuinely, like, don't mind people doing a little bit of backseating because I don't know what's going on. My only problem would be if people were like, oh my god, you fucking idiot, how could you not think to do this and da-da-da-da-da, like that kind of shit. Because that's annoying. But I don't mind people being like, hey, you're gonna need keys later, look out for that. I do that, but as a joke. I know, Chris. I noticed. Do they open the doors? If you got Savior on a first run, no resets your cracked, so even if they say you're bad, they're just flat wrong. Thank you, Juniper. I do appreciate that. Though I was using Fire Emblem WAD. This goes a lot worse if I'm not using a guide. I consider it taking advantage of my resources. I mean, it looks like the best choke point is probably gonna be... Assuming they don't unlock the doors themselves, like right in this zone right here seems like it would be the best choke point. Let me think. Xavier, you definitely don't need to be out and about. Game's best experience with a little guidance, because you don't have the manual that other people got. That's right, this game came with a manual, didn't it? I think I'll swap Shiva with Rita. Where did everybody else wind up? Where's Nana? He's right there. Got it. I feel like I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like my controller's drifting a little. I used Mecha's spoiler-free newbie guide when I first played. I did that for Fire Emblem 4, yeah. I don't see any reason to suffer if I don't have to. Okay, when do they break the walls? Is that turn 3? I played through with a little guidance from a friend, buy door keys, how do I recruit this unit, etc. Yeah. Suffering in this game is the fun for me. Yeah, but you suffer in creative ways with the no stave thing. Before I knew about the eggheads atrocities, I used Mang's pairing guide for Fire Emblem 4, I assume. Did Mangs make a pairing guide? I don't fuck with Mangs. I don't know anything, so. I mean, I know the controversy, because everybody knew about that, but I don't know what he does. The lowest lows lay the foundation for the highest highs. Creative is a funny way of putting... I mean, you know, creative suffering is always more fun than just suffering. You know what I mean? Controversy? Oh, God. I don't want to say specifically because I don't remember exactly what he was being accused of. But from what I remember, there were some allegations of him being sexually untoward towards people. And a lot of kind of homophobia, racism, that kind of thing in his videos, like using inappropriate language, from what I remember, allegedly in Minecraft, because I don't want to get sued. Yeah, I think a lot of the community has kind of forgotten about that because I think it happened in 2020. But yeah, so I never really watched his stuff before that. I just avoid him. The whole thing killed my passion for Fire Emblem, to be honest. I love their content. It was pretty sickening. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I was there and I will never let people hate. Yeah. I warn people if they mention him, but yeah. I think the main Fire Emblem subreddit has, like, banned talking about him or something like that, so... Like, not necessarily talking about the allegations, but, like, just posting his videos and stuff. So, I think it just doesn't come up as often in a lot of spaces where a lot of Fire Emblem players congregate. So I'm not surprised if you haven't heard about it. A lot of people don't care, a lot of people just don't know. Like, they didn't hear about it when it happened, and they didn't hear anyone talking about it, because in the grand scheme of things, most Fire Emblem creators are really not that large or popular. So, they kind of just don't get brought up. It's not like, you know, he's not like fucking Colleen Ballinger with, like, 800 million subscribers where everybody knows who he is. Like, he's a missing stair in a relatively niche community. Mangs didn't bust out the uke. Yeah. Yeah, no, he did not. I don't remember what he even responded. If he responded. It was probably just some, like, milquetoast, I'll do better, whatever kind of situation, I assume. Little bit of, like, I was going through a rough time mentally, and that kind of thing, probably. Continues to be homophobic and transphobic. That, yeah, see, that's also something I don't know about, because I don't watch his content. Like, I don't watch a lot of Fire Emblem content, so, like, you know, I would have to watch his content to know that he's still being homophobic and transphobic, and I don't. So I can't tell people that he's still doing that. I can just tell them about what I've heard other people say. I'm sorry you feel that way. Not that it happened. Yeah, I don't know. He did a lot of deflecting and avoiding addressing certain things at the time. I didn't like the obfuscation. Yeah, that's really common. One of the things you always have to look out for with these, like, influencer apologies and shit is, like, most of the time they don't actually take responsibility for what happened. They just kind of go, like, oh, sorry you felt that way. But, like, the mere fact that they said anything has at least a portion of their fans being like, see, he addressed it. Like, and then they point to that, and then you get in the weeds of like, well, he didn't really address it, he just kind of said something, but then, you know, they're not making those apologies for people who actually care, though. They're making those apologies for people who want an excuse to defend them and will find one no matter what. So they only really need to speak to those people. Yeah, SS Sniper Wolf fans. That was crazy. That's like the one thing I'm hooked into is like YouTuber drama. Alright, I think... I mean, I don't know how much more prep I can really do for this map. The deployment situation is kind of unfortunate, but I think we just have to live with it. I like how the tiles are different on the treasure room. It's like you're going into a basement. Map is a fun watch for first runs. Yeah, I'm just debating if I want to start it or if I want to just call it and then start it next week. Because chapter 19 really didn't take that long. But we're going on, like, 2.5 hours here. So if I start it now, this will probably be like a 6-hour stream, because it's a defend map, which means we have to do, like, 15 turns, and every turn takes, like, 10 minutes. I'm waiting for the hopeful day her fans see her true colors and stop huffing her copium. I imagine most of the people watching her videos are, like, non-verbal toddlers. I mean non-verbal as in, like, they haven't started speaking yet. Like, they're too young to speak, not that they necessarily have anything cognitively wrong with them. Because that's, like, basically what the YouTube Kids app is for. It's for putting it in front of toddlers who, like, can't comprehend language yet. They just like colors and shit, and then auto-playing. This is a long map on a first run. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I know it non-verbal. No, I'm not clarifying for you, Christian. I mean, like, because you can use non-verbal in the sense of, like, a non-verbal autistic person, for example. I don't mean that, like, I'm not trying to say that her fans are, like, autistic. I'm saying they're, like, not developed into, like, they're not old enough to have developed speech abilities yet. Damn, that's crazy. Shoutouts to the nonverbal autism Fire Emblem 5 stream. That's when I peaked, damn. Nah, I don't want to call anyone autistic. That's not an insult. But, I mean, like, the YouTube Kids app is literally, like, it makes YouTube so much money because these are, like, toddlers who don't understand anything. They just let the autoplay go and watch a ton of ads. And, like, because they're toddlers, their only thoughts are like, ooh, colors. Ooh, shapes. Ooh, movement. Yeah. SS Sniper Wolf was like a whole other level, though. Like, her doxing Jax films was crazy. She's not even on YouTube Kids because her comments are on. That's actually a good point. I didn't think about that. I don't watch her content either, because if I wanted to watch somebody stare blankly at a screen and go, wow, that's crazy, I could just, like, show a YouTube video to my mom, you know? I could get it for free and there's no ads. In her defense, she is physically attractive. Well, I guess that solves everything. And poor Azzyland, too. Yeah. That whole thing of her, like, mimicking Azzyland's house tour and, like, wearing the same dress and shit is, like, insane. Like, that is so crazy. Like, that is, like, genuinely, like, why? Like, I would not want to be around this person ever. Doesn't she have, like, charges for armed robbery or something? I don't know if she ever got convicted, but she had, like, a warrant out for her arrest or something for armed robbery at some point. Like, that woman is genuinely going to, like... I'm surprised that Jax Films didn't get hurt in that altercation. It's like genuine, yeah, it's genuinely something you would see in, like, a movie. Like, it's too perfect. It's too perfect as, like, an oh my god, holy shit situation. Like, it can't be real. I'm so out of the loop with this stuff and I'm gonna keep it that way. Probably smart. See, like, a lot of the times I'll just put on, like, drama slop YouTube videos when I'm, like, playing a game or something for background noise, so I get a lot of, like, stuff through osmosis. I feel like I've missed out on every controversy YouTube related. Did you see Toxic Gossip Train? I swear, literally every single person, like, that video was getting recommended to, like, my mother. Like, Toxic Gossip Train videos were getting recommended to, like, my mom. She's like, what's this? Banger alert, yeah. Somebody made, like, a clone hero chart of it, and I watched a guy play it. That was so good. And her sister's biting off heads defending the criminal. Whose sister? Sniper Wolves? Oh my god, Colleen Ballinger got outed for, like, doing some, like, real inappropriate shit with teenagers. And she was like... Sorry, the last, like, 10 minutes of this entire VOD are gonna be, like, just reviewing old YouTube drama slop, I guess. But, like, she got outed for doing some inappropriate stuff with teenagers. Not necessarily, like, sexual, but it was very weird, like, messaging them and, like, having group chats with them. And she comes out with an apology video. And the apology video is like, I've been advised not to say anything, but they didn't say I couldn't sing it. And she busts out a ukulele and she spends 10 minutes singing a song about how all of the allegations are just gossip and, like, wrong. And it's like, I think everyone on the internet who saw it just collectively cringed. It became like a whole meme. Toxic gossip train rolling down the tracks of misinformation. It was kind of catchy, which is the worst part, because then it gets stuck in your head. People were like making their own renditions and, like, remixing it. Somebody put it into Clone Hero and, like, made a chart of it. Like, it was people were, like, parodying it. Oh man. Those were simpler times. I was only ever recommended— yeah, I was usually recommended, like, commentary videos on it or parodies of it. I don't think I ever got recommended the video itself, but it has, like, 18 million views on YouTube. She probably made a ton of money off of it. Not that she needed to make a ton of money off of it, because she was already, like, ridiculously wealthy, but sure. Yeah, those were wild. Excessively self-unaware moments like that are a rare form. Exactly! And it was, like, so painfully theater kid, too. Me when already rich people gain even more comical amounts of wealth, I know. Meanwhile, I make $0 off of doing this stream, which is actually kind of intentional, because I don't want to figure out how to do taxes on it. Which is, like, peak laziness on my part. There are two things that still scare me as an adult. Figuring out how to do taxes and figuring out how to do insurance. Good use case for AI. The only way I knew Mangs was because I heavily searched for different Fire Emblem videos. Yeah, that makes sense, because he's, like, one of the bigger ones. Well, you've the money of friendship, and that's priceless. That's true. Christian, thank you for saying that. I wish I had the money of money, too, though, sometimes. Just a little bit. Right back from Twitch, and I got rid of affiliates so people aren't flashbanged with ads anymore. Let's go, Juniper! Woo! Again, I would probably run ads on my streams if I could, like, have control over it. But you have so little control over it that it's, like, not worth it. Are we friends, Christian? I didn't realize. I mean, you're a fantastic viewer, but, you know. Where's Dante? He's hanging out on a really high shelf, and I don't think I could get the camera a good view of him, so he hasn't been on the thing. I could try and see if I can get some Dante for the end of the stream, but it would be very brief. Let me just... He's stabbing demons, that's true too. In his sleep. Sorry, I'm just checking to make sure I don't have anything on that wall that could, like, dox me. At least give him a pat, always. Yeah, the main reason I'd want affiliate is money, which you wouldn't even make that much at my level anyways, and emotes. But, like, do I need emotes? Oh, and polls, I guess, are nice, but... Alright, let's see if I can get some Dante going. Yeah, I gotta do like a sweep of the room to make sure there's nothing that could potentially dox me anywhere. Which, like, I kind of did when I moved everything up here, but I would want to go through again, but I'm pretty sure I turned everything on that whiteboard that would have my name on it. I need, like, a full screen scene. Just remove all furnishings and show the floor. I have to sleep in here. I don't think that's enough. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. It's not that I can't show him, it's just that he's really hard to see. Because of the angle he's at, and you can't get really close, but I'll give him pets. I'll make sure he gets pets. I did my best. Alright, well, I think we're gonna save this map until next time. Does he see me on those pets? Okay. I'll give him a pet from everybody who's currently here. Which is like 8 people, so he'll get 8 little head smooches. Alright. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for us today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. We will be back next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for more Thracia 776. Follow if you're not already following, you want to be alerted to next time I go live. Other than that, I will see y'all next time. Peace.